Good evening, folks. Welcome back to another late night live stream with me, T-Haw. You're all doing well. Tonight, we are playing more Spirit of Justice of Ace Attorney fame. Are we finally going to finish this damn episode? Who knows? Hopefully we will. I mean, we're on the, what I assume to be the last part of the trial. But things always find ways to surprise me, I suppose. My volume is really loud from, let me turn that down real quick. Alright, that's better. Day 2 trial. We left off in cross-examining MSK. Yep. My memory works. Okay, so we are trying to figure out what the deal is with the second victim. Who is supposedly an illegal immigrant. So, we don't know his real name, and that's why the seance didn't work. Let's do some pressing.
Hold it!
2 years? You sure about that? He took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborated our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So, the results of the police investigation seem to check out. High Priest's widow Believe in Me has identified the victim's body.
Hold it!
My money's still on Believe being the culprit. The victim was using a fake name, so he may very well have been in Korean illegally. Yes, that's very likely the case. Now that I have an opening, what next? Still not going to help me learn Zealot's true identity. Was he really an illegal alien?
Hold it!
Isn't there some way to track down his real name? No, not if he was an illegal immigrant. Did he actually confirm that he was in Korean illegally? Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence. But there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Korea either. Oh boy. Now what do we do? What if there was a clue in the evidence he gathered? Good idea, Maya. It's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. We're cooked! Wow, Ace Attorney really is ahead of its time. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connections to the High Priest. Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but
Objection!
that verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. Yeah, we're basically done for. I don't even know if things will be good if we get an innocent verdict here, you know? Like, this entire judicial system is so corrupt that I can totally see it if they just won't overturn the last ruling. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. But hey, who am I kidding? State's attorney, they can't kill Phoenix. But no ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. No buts. How could you? You're a disgrace to every ass man across the globe. The accused was posing as Lady Kira. She killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel. Mistakenly? I feel like possibly is a rebel. I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume it's fact now. Now what do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but... nothing's really changed. Yeah, which means we're in big trouble. If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's going to be really hard to find out his real name. Guess our only change is to give up on the whole divination seance thing. Unless... If only there was some way to find out the victim's real name. If only. My eyesight to look at the evidence, so that's what we'll do. What have we here? Do we have anything with a name? Oh, records of who has what mark and where are kept at Temple. And what do we see on... I think we have a picture. Yeah, there we go. This peach mark. Can we just use the mark to identify him? Or would that identify him with his fake name? Well, we know the forbidden knowledge of Lady Kira's real name. But I don't think that'll help us here. Luminol won't help. This won't help either. The usual spot, bring grub, the key to. Warning from Lady Kira. I mean, it's gotta be believed, right? Who else could have delivered this to Abbott and me that we know of? Right? Because the other two are, the victims, they're all dead, and the only one left in the household is Believe. So do we present this?
Objection!
We do. A bit of a genius. Sorry, Detective Sky. The police missed something important in their investigation. Huh? What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Kurinese native. Ah, okay. Only natives have tattoos. I thought he got that tattooed after. He got essentially adopted, right? But I guess that's just not the case. I forget when they established that you can only get a tattoo if you're a native. Does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Koreanese. Where? I don't see anything that would prove that. It's a little peach tattoo. It smells like a strawberry to me. Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches? Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Korea. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry. Bigger peaches to slice. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. Wait, it's not? It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it? Is it a flower bud? Oh shit. I didn't notice that. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely, a tattoo in the high priest's brow. Oh my. What? This mark is only borne by members of the Koreanist clergy.
Objection!
So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same mark as all Koreanist clergy bear. Hey, you're right. Until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I bear one of my right buttock. That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. No, please continue. We must know. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. Oh, only the clergy have tattoos. I thought that was just like a mandatory citizenship thing. All we have to do is look up a monk with the mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. That will not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. You got it right there. I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So, tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There is just one, and his name is... You've got to be shitting me. Real Nemu. Yes, his real name is Real Name. I feel like this is perhaps the peak of Ace Attorney's ridiculous naming. I became a monk 20 years ago. And that must be the victim's real name. Did they update the profile? Ray Zealot. His real name was Real Nemu. Why would he do that? That's what I'm saying, Judge. Yeah, there must have been some reason. Nick, it's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. You're right. Alright, Rafa, do your thing. Hit the dance floor. Now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. You're but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. The divination seance be held once more. Hey, Rafa. Hope you're not too bummed about last time. It wasn't your fault. Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head. And your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. Are they going to make us
O Holy Mother,
sit through the
we
dance
hold
cutscene
this
again?
divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Wow, they're really doing it again. All right. Well, I'm sure you did a splendid dance. Oh, here we go. Gingil. Plumed Punisher theme. Heavy. Heavy? Pain. He was killed in the fucking sanctum. I knew it. I knew it. He was killed there and then carried to the base later. Oh my. It's just as Mr. Wright surmised. Pere Zealot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. It's not about what you can just see, Phoenix. You can sense everything too. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did? Ha 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 ha. A most surprising surprise attack. So, tell us, Prosecutor Salmani, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation. Hey, that's my Plumed Punisher strap. When you press the Magatama of the Plumed Punisher's belt. Rafa's internally geeking out right now. Ah! I'm sure the judge is a big Punisher fan as well. Seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item. Is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. But Maya, no! Oh, God. It's just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. Maya, you've doomed us all. You foolish fool. She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections...
Objection!
Slow down there, Your Majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. Nick, never change. It's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. Yeah, Rafa, you dumbass. Grr. You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I'm the only one who speaks for the Mitama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. Oh, I will. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the Wright. The pattern on the plaza's ground was visible in the darkness. Was it though? It looked very green to me. Then someone was there, and the theme of to the plumed punisher filled the air. Wasn't there like a plumed punisher thing in the sanctum room as well? Hold on. Yeah, there's a plumed punisher clock. The accused held the victim down and plunged her dagger into his upper back. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence's insights painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As I stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. We just have to go over each and every one of the deceased's sensations very carefully. Alright. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. Court record. Do we have a picture of the... Oh, he's not on the ground. That's where his hands were. On the fucking stone. That's where the handprints are. So is he trying to push something over? Alright, well first, we're gonna select this. Site. Plaza, pattern of the plaza's ground is visible. No, I refute that. Present.
Objection!
Your benevolence? Consistent. I think not. Wait, really? Did I do something wrong? Oh no. I didn't present anything. Court record. Can't present evidence here, so maybe I'm jumping the gun a bit. Heavy. Ah. Okay. I see. I see what's happening. So he was trying to hold up the stone, but then the heavy sensation is the stone falling over him as he gets pushed into Warbad's statue, which stabbed him, killing him. That had to have been it. The Warbad statue that can flip over to the other side. This. Okay, so basically all I need to do is prove that Rafa is spewing some BS right now. Hey, money, money. Welcome. Okay, the victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the Wright. Though it's dark, the pattern of the plaza's ground was visible. I disagree, but that did not go well with the judge. Someone was there, and the theme to the plumed punisher filled the air. Smell. Why does he smell gingle? Gingle had to have been in the room. Which makes sense if Believe was the killer. Sand stuff is pretty difficult. You tell me. I pointed out the most obvious inconsistency that I could, but I can't present evidence. I just have to play this game of selecting sensations and stuff. These dishes are only prepared during the feast. It starts at noon. Day before the rite must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. What if we go with this angle? We can try to disprove that it was the night. Why is it not night? Well, he smells gingle. And gingle dishes are only prepared the night before the rite. And are finished before the night of the rite. That seems pretty straightforward to me. Seems like that's what they want. We'll try that.
Objection!
There we go. Was it really the night of the rite? What do you mean? It cannot be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rite. The only problem is, the deceased spirit does not corroborate that. What's this? Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says gingo? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any gingo the night of the rite. What do you mean? And the question is, why does he smell it? Well, obviously he's not at the plaza. He's at the, he's somewhere else. Perhaps, place where Believe in Me would have access to. Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim couldn't have smelled gingle the night of the rite. Where is it? It's this, right? Yeah.
Take that!
The High Priest's wife, Believe in Me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of gingle-based dishes. And they're only supposed to be served at a certain time of the day before the rite. Why, I believe you're right. I'd completely forgotten about that. During the feast, the unique smell of gingle pervades the entire kingdom. Oh, the entire kingdom. I didn't know it was that strong. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite. What a twist.
That's enough!
I'm not so easily fooled. Did the autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite. Oh, right. I told her about that yesterday. SMH, forgive me your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change. What's this? Like if a body was kept cold. The slowed rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. And it would be colder if it was at a higher altitude, like at the inner sanctum. Yes? Why, I believe I have heard something of the sort before. If it is as Mr. Wright claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised. Yeah. Alright, you look all grumpy while I check out the updated autopsy report. Mel's Edgeworth will be proud. Time of death, May 10th, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Wait, no, that's Taurus. Where's... Zealot? Ah, yes. Barbed head, you blinded me with science. That's the power of science, baby. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? Sure, Emma Sky is very proud of me. No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the riot, and I sure hope Rafa doesn't grow up to be an anti-science person. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused's prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Nick, changing the time of death is bound to cause some sort of inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. Like the weather, perhaps? Hold up, hold up. May 9th newspaper. Afternoon of the day before the riot. Okay, so afternoon of the day before the riot. So it could be May 9th, right? Maybe May 8th? Probably this, right? Alright, well, this time it has to be the ground. In quotes, ground. We already know it's the what do you even call it? I called it the stone before. I'm sure there's a better word for it.
Objection!
The change in the date and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface. What's this? You're making that irritating face again. Cease that at once. Why? It gets so funny when you're frustrated. Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. Now, let's focus on what is important. What the victim saw in his final moments. He saw Gingil. Do you have bats in the belfry, Barbed Head? Excuse me? There's nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes. And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the riot, it should have been impossible to see the pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day.
Take that!
The news. This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size but huge in importance. It says that the ground was covered in thick white ice the day before the riot. What? What? The victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Oh, thank you for that. Drink water. Money, money. I will drink water. Thank you. Gotta keep them cores lubed, you know. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments? If you have something to say, then say it. The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean he was killed elsewhere. What? 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 What the fuck? Or do you propose the victim was actually killed? Yes, tell us where, otherwise your argument is worthless. What do you mean worthless? About that. Yeah, I haven't gotten to that part yet. Any ideas, Maya? Let me think. Well, it's somewhere green and shaggy, right? Right, but where could that be? What is it, Barbed Head? Giving up already? No, not at all. Where have I seen something green and shaggy? Scooby-Doo, baby.
Take that!
The secret hideout the rebels were using. Like zoinks, dude! The rebels were using like a secret hideout, man! Rebel hideout? There was no such place anywhere on the floor of that chamber. You're absolutely right. There's no place on the floor, anyway. Then what did the victim see in his final moments, if not the floor of the rebel hideout? This is what he saw.
Take that!
And that's why the water was stained red when Maya already got there. It all makes sense now. The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. Slabs, that's what I was looking for. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions on the moss here. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab.
Objection!
And that's kind of a freaky way to die. Hands against the wall? What are you trying to do? What were you getting up to, Mr. Victim? Disagree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitely declare they are one and the same. I concur. There is no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout. Indeed, what evidence do you have of this? I've already shown you the evidence. What do you mean? Let's take a look at the second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the results of the luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab. Is this true? This information has already been provided to the police. Sky, to whom does this blood belong? We thought it was the High Priest's blood that flowed from the outside, so we haven't tested it yet. You must do so at once. Yes, Your Majesty. She's back already. It appears the police have finished testing the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please. The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Prey Zealot, just like the defense claims. Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? Her blunder? Buddy, this one's on you. When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. There, I will deliver a joyous sermon unto you for 8 hours straight. What is that? Are you hitting on her? I'm really sorry, but please, anything but that. Emma, if you're ever in danger, just give me a call. Okay? Don't let this fucking dude do anything creepy to you. Me when I'm hitting on a cute girl who doesn't believe in prayers. Yes, simply make her believe by giving her an 8-hour sermon. No breaks. That'll work. It's the Sadmati patented pickup course, you know? Also, hi, Niv. Good to see you. Nick, maybe, just maybe. This is the chance I've been waiting for. 100% out of 0? Makes sense to me. Yep, it would seem so. I hate to do this to Emma, but... Go for it. It's full speed ahead. The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone we've yet to identify. So, when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead. Ah. Where the fuck did that gust of wind come from? And that's not all. If he was killed at the inner sanctum, that would explain one more thing. That would be that the time of death was made to look later than it actually was. Proof of which was left behind at the sanctum. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was. Wait. Oh. Was he buried in the ice? In the snow? Is that why there was a patch of snow that was uncovered? That's crazy. Hold on. Where... Did we toss that? Maybe that's not it. Where the fuck... What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah. I don't know about this one. Something about being cold? Oh, it's probably this. Shovel that area of snow. There we go. There's the picture I was looking for.
Take that!
What? These are photos of the inner sanctum? I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. You see how the snow has been removed from this spot? This one spot only. That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed.
That's enough!
The time was mistaken. The place too? And just what do you believe that proves? That my client is innocent. Duh. What are you, stupid? What if her fingerprints on the dagger, the Blue Punisher theme, and the victim heard? It failed to address these two key pieces of evidence. I see your point. Is this your big chance, Nick? I'm really hoping that the difference in location can invalidate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you. Come on, Nick. Did you forget the Moon Punisher clock right there in your own picture? My brother and the Holy Mother. You took the picture. Actually, that might be possible. At least for one of them. Really? What's this? She said you can contradict our argument for Key piece of evidence? Very well, let us see you try. Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo. Oh. The defense can invalidate this piece of evidence. Punisher theme. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I fuck up? Let's look at that photo again. This dagger, the handle could easily have been swapped from the clock one, right? Maybe. But why would Maya's fingerprints be on the clock in this case? So that's what led me to choose the Punisher theme. I think I made the right choice. Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something there that played the theme song other than my client's strap. Wasn't the strap? Is this true? The item that played the Plume Punisher theme song was this. Okay, this has gotta be right.
Take that!
This is a Plume Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off.
That's enough!
What proof do you have that the alarm went off?
Objection!
What proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played the theme song? Do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off her prints on the murder weapon. And here is what really happened. Man, all that just to revise the inside. She gets so many freebies. It was the afternoon of the day before the Wright. Sure. Though there have been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened. I won't get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Damn dagger. Most impressive, your benevolence. See no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case? No, there is one. What's this? You still claim there to be an inconsistency. Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same. It's the afternoon of the day before the Wright. Oh, what do we do here? We Punisher theme, heavy, pain, and he dead. Maybe I have to worry about the heavy sensation. this one's tough. I'll try this.
Objection!
Doesn't seem to work. Shit. It's not good. Still with his hands on the stone slab of the hideout. I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm being like really quiet right now. Like none of this is obviously wrong. Me at least. I definitely need to figure out like how to explain where the heavy came from. Well, if he stood up with his hands on the slab, then why would he... Let's try this.
Objection!
Bingo. The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer, but he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. My instincts are good. Glad they are. They're not perfect, though. The last insight went pretty well. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Yes, I see your point. Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? What caused the heavy sensation Zealot felt? Thoughts, Maya? I agree. The sense of heaviness seems important, but it's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us? Of course. I just envisioned the seed zealot was in when he was killed. Cause of the heaviness the victim felt was the falling stone slab, not the culprit jumping on him. The only conceivable cause is stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. Oh, stone slab came falling down on him, pushing him underneath. Right. That was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim had felt.
Objection!
While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death, rather, he was stabbed. Oh, yeah. Why do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Plus, if the killer had been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. Alright, well, I already made this prediction before we started tonight, but yeah, obviously he got pushed into the Warbat statue. And that's what killed him. That's the real murder weapon. Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. What if the murder weapon wasn't what he thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. Yeah, there's not much space by the evidence, is there? What was a real murder weapon then? Better think of something. Dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. It means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy didn't mention that. He must have been stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like a dagger. Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century? Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? There was. Something that has shape similar to the Warbat dagger. Oh yeah, the statue. Duh. Should we present this photo? I'm torn between presenting this and presenting the this intersync dialogue. I think I'll present the picture because it's easier to understand, I suppose.
Take that!
Is this not the photo from the scene of the High Priest murder? Okay, well, I got it. Thank goodness. Are you suggesting that the murder weapon is hidden there herein? really took Zealot's life.
Take that!
But that is a Warbat statue. Exactly. The Warbat statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. That is really... that is what really took the victim's life. You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside the hideout. How do you propose it impale someone who was inside? Haven't you heard? The Warbat statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? Statue can pull a complete switcheroo. Switcheroo. Put it simply, it's a revolving door. No, you're just trying his hardest. Revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Oh, I'm getting tired. Therefore, I believe the truth behind this divination seance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling toward him. Threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards. Fortunately, the Warbat statue was right behind him. Edge. You go stab it.
That's enough!
But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger. She had held it while rehearsing for the rite. Which is when her prints got on it. Yeah. This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept the Warbat statue was what killed the victim. Finally. Now that we know that how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. How can this be happening yet again? The divination seance is the only truth. No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. Do you understand now? The kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. But that means I've been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time? Look, it's tough. Maybe we need some therapists in Korean too. Your benevolence, are you unwell? All the color is drained from your face. Yeah, she's probably responsible for the deaths of dozens of innocent folks. I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me. As you wish. Oh, there she goes. Bye-bye. If you feel better soon. I feel kind of bad for her. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you learned. Now that we know how the victim actually died. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbat dagger was thrust into it. Let me get some water here. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. To make it look like a murder weapon. But does seem to agree with what we know now. Why would the real killer go to such lengths? I believe stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was a warning from the Twilight Realm. Yes. A crime committed for fun. Isn't that just true for all of us? Don't we all just do crimes for fun at the end of the day? No. It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right. The real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. They did? That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away. Oh, God. Bro pulled out the Tenchi Jin on me. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV lately. Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy. That cheese. Like those putrid hole-riddled clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Hey, you know what? Do not call Miles Edgeworth a clump of curd, hole-ridden as he likely is. Your reasoning, much like your putrid, hole-riddled brain, has putrefied. What is this insult? What's this deal with things going putrid? Are you projecting, Nayuta? Are you stinky? Are you a stinky boy? You've yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. Careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the Wright. But Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab toward it. And now, we know the rest. I've never seen the rebel hideout in my life. When the High Priest arrived at the Sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. I believe Prosecutor Sanmari has posed a compelling scenario. Oh my god, cringe. Cringe bots. Shoo. Boo. The defense, on the other hand, is yet to disprove the accused's guilt. Oh my god. Ugh. Classic Ace Attorney. You know, the prosecutor just makes up whatever. Oh, this is what happened. Just spews like a complete string of BS, and then the judge is like, "Oh, nope, sounds good to me. Sounds totally plausible." And you know, whenever I want to say something, judge is like, where's your evidence, you dumbass?" Penalty.
Objection!
Prosecutor favoritism? For real. Yeah, at least it makes sense in this country, I suppose. For once. They can just, you know, excuse it as part of their quirky, corrupt judicial system. Why would my client prove Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of, Lady Kira was slayed to defy dragons. So that is why she moved the body into the plaza for all to see. Now he's the judge convinced too? I thought I'd finally made some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? Man, why does everyone want to hear me groan? A groan of distress? Only to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument with. I've got nothing. I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya. It is not time, or is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. And again, are not all lawyers who practice in Crane? But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheese-like smell. But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body, on the verge of death. Oh, now you've done it. Nobody calls me stinky and gets away with it. I'm a rotting zombie. Think. Could have killed Zealot the day before the rites. Who knew about the rebel hideout? Could gain access to the inner sanctum. Wait. Are you telling me that Tarust killed him? And then, I don't know, Believe killed Tarust? The chain murder? I didn't even consider that. That's crazy. Only those who involved with the Wright can enter the sanctum, so wait a second. See, I was under the impression that Believe was the likely culprit for both murders, because perhaps both victims were rebels in some way. That's how Tarust and Zealot, ended up in the rebel hideout at some point. But what if Zealot just stumbled into the rebel hideout without knowing? And then Tarust would have to have killed him to keep the secret. Only Rebel would have known about the secret hideout. The only person who was involved with the Wright, access to the sanctum, was suspected of being a rebel, is... Ah! Did somebody come to mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. A huge problem? What are you two going on about, letting you escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Sadmati will have this one in the bag. I just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. What do you mean bluff? You have a perfectly sound line of reasoning. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Pere Zealot's murder.
Objection!
Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knew everything. Such a figure truly exists. Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder case is...
Take that!
It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum, and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the High Priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. Okay, now this is cool. This is new for the series, right? I don't think we've ever had a case where the victim was murdered by someone who had already died.
Talk to them!
You would pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. I don't know. I feel like the whole existence of the divination seance kind of disproves this. If only the high priest could tell his side of the story. What? Do I have something on my face? Wait a second. Could this actually work? No, don't tell me I have some of my breakfast cup between my teeth. No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Don't tell me we're gonna make Maya channel. We can't. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. I am afraid to see what will happen to Maya if she channels the fucking High Priest, okay? The only channeling I want to see is of Mia. Thank you very much. That one is pleasant to look at. Very, very pleasant. His testimony? Just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as channeling. Summon him here by means of spirit channeling. What did you just say? Spirit channeling? This lord finally gone insane? This is sacrilege. May the Holy Mother strike him down. Peace? I'm frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. Spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garon can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I suspected as much. That means our only hope is... Turns to my left. It's okay, Nick. You can tell them. Maya. I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Korean. Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so... I don't think we'll be punished. At least, I hope not. This is a crucial period for you. It will decide whether you become Master of Korean. We don't have any other choice, now do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming Master of Korean. Alright. Thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who is capable of channeling spirits. Even Her Benevolence Princess Rafa finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have no greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen? That would be... me. Is this some sort of joke? A prisoner could not... Oh, sorry. A foreigner could not have such power. Whatever, I don't even know what they said. Peace, I say. Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret act of spirit channeling? Well, yes. Yes, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin.
That's enough!
Oh, look, he's back. Got over your slump fast, huh? This is an outrage. An outrage, I say. First, you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling? Benevolence speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is a secret right.
For devils, I say they should be put to death immediately.
Still your voices. Barbed, spirit channeling is a most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Yes, I am. Your Benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another of their lies. They shall be executed on the spot. Well then. Your Benevolence? If the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit. Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? No, but I wanted to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present. Well, an experienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have a Magatama of parting. Oh, what is this MacGuffin? With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. This has got to be like a piece of evidence in a future case, right? Shakalis Magatama. That is relief indeed. These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmati? Damn, she wants us dead. Perfectly, Your Benevolence. Very well, the accused may channel the high priest spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We'll resume as the preparations are complete. Wow, they're really blue balling us like that, huh? Until then, this court is adjourned. To be continued. Honestly, I couldn't ask for a better stopping point. May 12th. Alright. Go. I'll call it for tonight. I actually won't be back for a while. I'm gonna take another break, bit of a vacation, so to speak. I'll be off for the next 3 weeks, so that'll be 6 streams that I will not be able to do for you guys, unfortunately. But it's okay, you guys will live. Probably. Right, so exactly when I'll be back, that will be, let's see. Well, that should be like the start of the next month. So yeah, I look forward to my grand return. Yeah. But everyone needs breaks. Yeah, I should take some too. Kind of sucks that I'm doing this like right before I finish this case, you know? Maybe I'll do another stream before I actually have to leave. Because to be honest, the reason I have to take these breaks is because I like move away from my setup, so I won't be able to stream like physically, but I still have some time before I have to leave, so maybe I'll do one more, finish up this case in Ace Attorney, just to wrap things up nicely, you know? I'll consider it. So let's just say for now, the likelihood that I will be back sometime this week is high. It will be unscheduled, unprompted. So look forward to it. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be well. I'll see you later. Save here real quick. Actually, no, I just saved. We're fine.